Hello everybody, it's Maria here from Pepperly Rose Paper Crafting. I am from Sydney, Australia. Welcome and thank you so much for watching my channel. I really do appreciate it. Today I'm going to show you how to make a unicorn mini mini Curvy Keepsakes box. The idea of this being a unicorn is not unique. This has been around for a very long time, but I just wanted to make a version of it that I like using this mini Keepsake box. So as I said, it's not a unique idea. So I'm going to use the Bouquet Bunch framelits dies, and I'm going to use these little flowers here. And I'm also going to be using the Layering Ovals framelits, or Layering Ovals dies. I'm going to use the smallest one. I'm going to take this out right now so I have it ready. And I'm going to use the Floral Essence stamp set. So we'll get started on this. What we will do first off the bat is we're going to use some glitter cardstock. I've got this glitter cardstock and I've had it for a long time, so I'm just using some scrap, and I'm going to cut out the smallest circle oval with that. And I'm just going to grab my platform. So I'll just cut that off. We'll just do a little bit of die cutting to start off with. Pop that on. Okay, and so that's been cut. Okay, so that's done. You can use whatever glitter cardstock you have on hand. And then I'm going to use a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. I'll just grab some scrap that I've got here. And I'll just cut out again another small oval, the smallest oval. Now please accept my apologies for any noises you may hear in the background. We have a building being built at the moment, so it's making a lot of weird noises, and I also live on a main road. And there's a lot of trucks, there might be sirens going off in the background, so just so you know why these noises are happening. Alright, so I've cut out now the two ovals that I need, so one Whisper White, one with glitter. And we will not need, I don't think, oh yes, we will need the big shot in a minute. Whilst I have it out, I might as well, sorry, not efficient today. Now, I've got half an A4 piece of cardstock. We will be using most of it. So we're going to grab now the mini Curvy Keepsake box, and I'm going to take up the die, and you can fit this right on here, and I'm going to cut that out. And I think that's it now with the big shot. So as you can see, this has cut the box out, and all you'll need to do is just fold it up. I'm not even using a bone folder, it just folds up that easily. And then what I'm going to do as well is just give this a little curve as well with my fingers, just to help it curve along when it's time to put it together. And the beauty of this box is you don't need any adhesive, so that's fun. Alright, so I'll just pop this back and have that ready to go. Alright. Clean that off the desk. Now, with the Floral Essence stamp set, I'm going to grab this image over here, the leaves, and these will make the ears of the unicorn. I'm just going to place it on a block and have it ready. But the first thing I'm going to do is grab my glitter piece. This will make the horn. I'm just going to grab my craft sheet, silicone craft sheet. I'm just going to curl it up. And just use something rounded. So I'll just use my sponge dauber here and just curl it as much as possible. Okay, this is where it gets a bit fiddly and I have to explain it to you. So this will make the horn, and I found that the best way to do it is using the the smallest oval. So what you need to do is you need to curl it in on itself and just make it go at an angle, so down, and then make it go around like that. See how to do that? So you make it go at an angle like that, and like that, and like that. And you try and curl it in as much as you can, and then you'll get like a horn. So try and be as tight as possible. Now glitter cardstock is quite stiff, so you'll have to work it in like that. And you'll have to do that several times, and then try and angle down this way like that when you curl it in. So you just curl it in like that. And when you get to the top here, you can pinch it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this part down. Now you can do this one of many ways. I'm going to be using this glue here. It's a quick dry adhesive. It's kind of like a clear, a little bit more tacky than PVA glue. And I find this is really good for the really strong stuff such as this. So I'm going to glue it with that. So I'm getting glitter all over myself, but this is the most fiddly part. So I'm going to add some glue just on the edge there. Let's bring that down. So you can see the glue. It dries quick, so it's very good. So it's perfect for things like this. So just glue it down. It's kind of like super glue, but yeah, it's a lot stronger. It's quite strong, this one. It's a quick dry adhesive. So we just curl it in. So we're kind of doing a little bit of, and I'm going to put some glue here too. You can use a hot glue gun if you don't have this kind of glue. But yeah, this will make the horn, so we'll make this pointy. And kind of just on itself. So as you can see, it kind of makes like a horn, and it will look like this on the bottom. So just pinch it in as much as you can up the top so it looks more pointy. And there you have your glue there. I'm just going to get rid of the glitter. This just goes everywhere. All right. Now, we're going to just kind of put it together a little bit because we're going to position so it goes up like this. And I'm going to do this and there. So I want the horn to go this way where this is facing the opposite way, just because it will make it easier to open the box when it's time. So I want to put the horn right here. So I'm just going to make a little mark there. So I know where to punch, and then I'm going to get my hole punch. I've got a little, I've got a crocodile. So I'm going to use the largest hole, and I'm just going to put that roughly there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this through here, and I'll stick it through where I think it'll look good. So try and point this part up. Okay. Okay. I'm going to pinch the edge so it looks more pointed. But do you see how it looks nice? It looks good. I like the glitter. Now underneath here, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some scissors and we're going to cut into it. But try not to cut where it's adhered, otherwise it'll start falling apart and unraveling. We're going to cut down into about, I don't know, 2-3 sections, like that. So if you saw me cutting it through. Okay. Then you fan these bits out. And to make sure, what you'll end up doing is you're going to stick it from behind into there so it stays put. All right? So, before I stick it down permanently, so I'll just take that through now, I'm going to cut some slits using my paper trimmer. And the slits will go about here and here. So I'm just going to take this down, take this apart. So I'll just make this go. You've got to push it down a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to make a couple of slits. I'm going to make them here and here. So I'll just do like a small, I think there and there. I'm going to grab the trimmer and I'm going to line it up onto the track. Okay, and what I'm going to do is do a little slit. Oops, a bit too close. So a bit closer. About there. See a little slit there, and another one about there. Maybe best to use an X-Acto knife, but that's, I've put 2 little slits there and there, okay? And then I'm just going to grab my scissors and I'm just going to just open the holes up a little bit more, and these will make the ears, okay? So, oh yeah, whilst I have my trimmer out, actually, I'm going to trim off 1 inch from this. So, make that straight. Just trim off 1 inch. I'll get that out. Okay, so with the half an A4, you can cut out your Curvy Keepsake box. You trim off half on the bottom. And then on this one here, I'm going to get some smoky slate ink. I'm going to use my, no, I need to clean that off. Just get some paper, just hold on a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this image here, 3rd generation, and I'm going to use smoky slate, so I'm going to stamp it off once, there, and then I'm going to do that there. So it's very light, and that's the way I want it, because these will be the ears. So go 1, 2, and then I'll stamp that there. So you'd have it very light. See that? And these will make the ears. So I'll show you how I'll do that in a minute. Oh, and whilst I have this out, I'm going to do some ink blending with that other oval that we cut earlier. We're going to get some on our sponge dauber or whatever you want to use, and I'm just going to ink the edge of that oval very lightly with smoky slate. Okay, so that will be the basis of our face. All right. So what we're going to do with this image now, with the leaves, is we're going to cut them out 4 times. So we're going to have 2, no, actually we're going to cut them out just twice, sorry. So have it once. And again. So I'll just line that up. I hope I'm not confusing you. So I cut out 2 leaves now. Okay. And then with this sheet, I'm just going to put my oval framelit away because I know I will lose it and then I'll get very upset. All right. So put that away. What we're going to do with this over here, whoops, see all this glue coming off? Take that right off. It's quite tacky glue. I'll just take that off my fingers. Okay, that's come off now. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to grab some colours here. So we've got some Purple Posy, So Saffron, Balmy Blue and Flirty Flamingo, and we're going to ink up a section here with all these colours. So I'll probably make this go So I've just finished colouring with whatever ink I had on my sponge daubers. So that's a good thing that I've kept them. Then what I'm going to do is with the Bouquet Bunch is I'm going to use these flowers here and these flowers over here. And I'm going to cut these out with my big shot. Coloured. And these look beautiful. All right, so I'll put these away. All right, so we've got all our little bits and pieces, and then I've got the retired cookie cutter punch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch out these 2 large circles and these 2 smaller circles. So just bear with me for 1 second. So I forgot to bring some black cardstock, so I'm going to cut out these 2 now. Now, I'll grab my Curvy Keepsake box, and with this over here, I'm going to use my, as I said, this is 1 inch apart, and then we're going to fiddle with the length of it. I've got some of these fringe scissors, so I'm just going to cut a little bit like that. I think I nearly cut that off, so I'll go again on this side. So try not to cut all the way through, like that, and like that. And then I'm going to cut off that much. So this will end up being, let's see now. So it's 1 inch by about 2.5 inches, okay? And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to curl it and make it go around. You don't have to use fringe scissors, by the way, if you don't have them. These are the American Crafts ones. I've had these for a little while. So you can curl this up. So I'm just going to use my pick-me-up here. I'm going to curl that. And this will be making a tail. So And then I'll just fluff these fringe bits up, so it looks like that. And I've curled that up, and I'm going to use some PVA glue. Just on the edge there. And this will dry pretty quick, but I'll just hold it there for a second. Better not miss out on those bits there. Okay, and for this tail to go through, I'm also going to punch a hole on the other side about up there, because it looks like a hole. So I'm just going to use my crocodile. I'm going to use the largest hole and do that. Oh, didn't punch properly. What is going on? All right, just punch it again. There we go. So you've got a hole there, a hole a little bit further down, and I've got 2 slits here, and I'm going to be using that for the ears. So, whilst this is drying, with the ears, what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off these 2 here, for one on the left, and then with this one I'll trim the other 2 and make this for the right. So you'll have a left and a right ear, if you can see that. So it looks like that and like that. Okay, so what we shall do now is we're going to grab the unicorn's horn, and if you don't like the way that looks, you can always make it go into a point. So let's make the end part here a point and just trim that off. So it looks a bit more pointy now, see? It looks much more pointy now. So with these bits here, so we're going to fan these bits out. We're going to stick the horn in and place it in a way that you will like it. So this will now be butted against this. So this will be all underneath. See that? So the horn goes through. So I'll just do a check and make sure that it's in the right kind of position here. So it has the right look. Yes, I'll keep it like that. See that? So what I'll do underneath there is I'll grab that glue again, and I'm going to add some glue just underneath on the glitter so it will adhere onto. This glue is a little bit hard to control because it's quite tacky, but it works so well. So just go underneath there. So you go underneath those bits, and then I'm just going to push it down and it will dry very quickly. So now the horn is not going to fall out. See that? So it's going to look like that. With regards to this part here, this will be the horse's nose area. So I'm going to trim off, let's see. I'll use this, I'll punch a hole, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow it to sit nicely underneath the horn. And then I'll just do that and that, and I'll leave like an area there, and I'm just going to stick that underneath so it looks like that. See, and it looks nice. All right. This is dried off, so I'm going to fan this off as well. So I'm going to cut in, oops, a couple of places. All right. And this will fan off like that underneath, and that will be then, cut that bit off a bit higher. So this is going to be the tail. So at the back here, I'm going to stick this through the front like that. So I'm going to kind of squash it in to begin with, so it goes through the hole. So feed it through the hole, and then I fan off the bits at the back so it has an anchor for it to sit like that. And we can make it go in a bit more. I'm going to trim off, so you just kind of eyeball it a bit and you trim off the bits you don't want, and then you kind of fan off the bits there in about 3 places, 3. And then these bits will just fan out, and this will anchor the tail in as well. So we'll just use our PVA glue for that. So just do the PVA glue at the back. Sorry. So that's the tail, all sorted, and it's just made with paper. You can make this as well with some ribbon and things, or twine, but I think paper looks cool too. So just stick that down there so it sticks down. So it's going to look like a hot mess on the inside, but that doesn't matter. It's on the outside that it counts in this case. All right, now with the slits that I have made, all right, I'm going to put the right ear on the right side. So I'm going to pop that in here and stick this bit down with some PVA glue. This is my version. Feel free to tweak it as you see fit for yourselves. It's completely up to you. And then I'm going to add this one through the front, the slit there. Okay, and then I'm going to stick that down with some glue, so the stick part there, the stem part, and stick that down there. Okay, so sorry, I had to check what was going on outside now, my place. So anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just put this together. So we're going to, put it all together, and you'll see how it looks like this. So you've got the tail, and then you've got your ears, and you've got your horn. Now I'm going to put this little oval bit that we cut off just before, and I'm going to stick that underneath, and I'm just going to only stick it up just on the top here. Like so. So it looks like that. Actually, it might be a bit too, maybe I'll just get a bit more. So I'll just grab this again. I'll go a little bit further down. Yeah, a bit further down. Cut this off. Just make it a bit more rounded. Okay, that I think will look a bit better. Just to even this side out a bit more. Like that. Just pop it in here. Yep. Okay. Oops. Just do this part here and there. Stick it in there. Like that. I'm going to add 2 little dots here. Oops, there and there. Okay, you can see that. I'm going to get my pick-me-ups tool, and I'm just going to grab the smaller one of those dots that we used earlier. Okay. Now I need to get my finger here and just stick it down. All right, that's that one there. And I'll just grab the other one. So that's the nose of the unicorn. Oops. Get off. It's a bit too sticky now. Just stick that down there. Like that and like that. That's it. So that's the nose. All sorted. Then I'm going to have to punch out the larger of those circles because that didn't turn out very well. Kind of cut off a bit. That's fixable. I'll just fix it off camera so don't waste your time. All right. Now with the eyes, I'm going to do one here and here. I hope this turns out all right. Like that. And like that. So it looks like that. Cute. I will cut out some white ones as well so I can make eyelids. And I'm just, you know, going along as I go. Just going with the flow. All right, I'll just grab two. See, we're using the same half A4 sheet for this. So it's pretty cool. And cut out two eyelids. You could cut out one and use half each, so let's do that. So let's cut out one of those larger circles and cut it in half. No, do it again, stuff that one up. Okay, make sure it's really half. I think that's about right, halfway. All right, that turned out good. Okay, and then, oops. And then I'm just going to add glue just on the top of those lids there to make them lids. I'll just grab that. Like that. And then I'll just make it go to the side a bit. Like that. Isn't that cute? That is just so cute. And then we've got some flowers here. That is my finished unicorn. I hope you like it. And if you want to open it, it's pretty easy. You've got to push this down and it just comes off like that. So it's all stuck on the inside, so it doesn't look great on the inside, but once you get this done here, you have yourself a very cute unicorn curvy keepsake box. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you like it. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll be happy to get back to you very soon with some comments below. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.